Welcome back. Have you ever felt a communication gap between your voice and a public official's ear? In order to bridge that gap, Dr. Peggy Brooks-Bertram has decided to harness the community's voice in the forms of letters to the superintendent and publish those as a permanent reflection of those thoughts and opinions. Joining us today is Dr. Peggy Brooks-Bertram, editor of Letters to a Superintendent, and student Alexis Stover, who wrote an article for this book. So Peggy, let's get right into it. How did you come up with this idea?
Well, I had started going to a series of community forums that Say Yes was having, and I was a little bit struck at the lack of turnout and thought that there was another way that maybe we could encourage the community to participate more. And also because I had been involved in a previous book project called Go Tell Michelle, African American Women Write to the First Lady. And that was a very successful book. It originated here in Buffalo. Did that with a friend of mine, a colleague. And, you know, so that worked, and women all over the world wrote, and that was fantastic. And I thought that maybe this could work again also in Buffalo, asking people to write a letter to the new superintendent and ask them to express their hopes, dreams, and aspirations.
Now, Alexis, as a student, how important is it to you to make sure that your voice is heard during this process?
A lot, because I wanted the superintendent to know that she is a role model to a lot of people, and that she is showing that young black kids and young black women can actually do a higher level other than just being.
And in your letter, I have a little quote. You said that you hoped for new positive changes and that you would bring new light to the board members. What did you mean by that?
Like more ideas, more from a woman's perspective, not a man's perspective. Like she'll think of the kids first other than us last.
And then, Peggy, you know, with this transitionary period, how important is that people, the public of Buffalo, gets their opinion? Do you think it's going to factor in on this sort of transitionary period?
Absolutely. I think we've already heard from the superintendent, who's very, very happy with the book, who had a chance to really look at the issues that students had to raise. The students were very honest and very candid, whether they were students in the immigrant students or refugee students, and those students did respond, whether they were students who were detained at the Erie County Detention Center but were Buffalo City School students, or whether they were parents of the students. And she listened very carefully and thinks it's very valuable.
And then really quick, just tell us where we can get a hold of the book or where we can find it.
Well, you can find this book at Say Yes, that's 712 Main Street. I'm so sorry I don't have the phone number with me. And, but you can do that, and we're working now on plans to get the rest of the books to the schools and to other people who are interested.
All right, well, thank you both for joining us. We will post all of the information you need to get a hold of a copy of the book today. It reflects definitely hopes for a positive change.